Hello and welcome to Vlogtober week 1. I am going to be doing weekly vlogs throughout Vlogtober because it will just fit in with my schedule a lot better. So we start October on the beach because we decided to go for a little beach walk to just kind of refresh us after a busy few weeks. I love the beach down here at Broughty Ferry. It is beautiful. We get a real mix of like a rocky beach at high tide, but at low tide it is really sandy. It's a great beach for collecting sea glass and looking for kind of crab shells and nice stones and all of that kind of thing. Arthur did a beach clean with the school a few weeks ago, and when I said we were going to go to the beach today, he was very keen to bring a bin bag and some gloves so that he could do some litter picking. And do you know what? The whole time we were on the beach, that is exactly what he did. He picked rubbish up and just did as much litter picking as he could. So I'm really glad that school have kind of encouraged that and encouraged that eco-conscious frame of mind.
Hello everyone, it is Tuesday and I am at home and not at the studio because unfortunately Arthur was poorly on Sunday night, like 1 a.m. Sunday night, and our school has a policy of 48 hours off after you have been sick, which I am 100% supportive of. I would rather everyone did that so that those types of bugs didn't travel around school. So he's pretty much back to his normal self today. Tom worked from home yesterday with him, and then I've got him today. He probably could have managed a day at the studio today because he really is back to his normal self, but we just thought a day of rest, and I could do with a day of rest anyway, even though I don't really have the time for it. So anyway, I am doing admin-y things at home, trying to kind of make the most of the time. I have bought some advent scanning home with me. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm actually going to get any done. I don't know, but I have done the club listings for October and stuff like that, and I'm just getting a few admin-y things. The September vlog is uploading, and yeah, doing those kind of behind the scenes things whilst I'm at home. But I thought I would sit and share a little bit of Halloween make-along progress, because I have got a Halloween make-along running in conjunction with my podcast. I think it's our 7th year running the Halloween make-along. If you want to join in, there's still plenty of time. It runs up until the 15th of November, and basically any project that you can link in some way to Halloween or horror or supernatural or magic or anything like that can be entered to be in with a chance of winning some prizes. I will hopefully have some prizes to share with you on the next podcast episode because I have had a couple of lovely donations. But let's see how I'm getting on, shall we? I have got 2 Halloween projects on the go for the make-along. The first one is my Halloween Tolster. I am using yarns from myself and Beehive Yarns to make a Tolster tee, as I'm sure you're all aware if you are keeping up with my videos. And this is where I am. So I think that's the back. Here we go. I have separated for the sleeves, and I am currently on colour. Have I changed to a coloured yarn? Yeah, I've changed to the colour, and I am currently on colour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of 13. So I'm on colour 9 of 13 for the stripes. We're starting to move, if I can show you, we're starting to move into the kind of purples, and I think the next one is slightly pinky. I don't know, is that the next one? Is that the one I'm using? I think that's the one I'm using. Yeah, so this is the next colour for the stripes. So yeah, it's coming along really well. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't picked it up in a few days, but then I haven't really picked up much knitting in a few days because it's been a bit chaotic. But I'm hoping, seeing as I am stuck at home with a small child, I'm hoping I might actually sit and get some of this done today. what else to say about it? I don't know. It's coming along. I'm still hoping I might get it finished by the end of the make-along. That would be amazing. We'll see. October is a busy month. If you've watched September's vlog, you'll gather that what I'm doing is weekly Vlogtober episodes. So this week is very much about getting as much prepped for Glasgow as I can. I'll share a bit of yarn. I'm going to be dyeing yarn tomorrow and Thursday for Glasgow. Friday, I'm dyeing yarn on Friday, but I don't think I can share it. I think I'm doing Advent stuff on Friday. So I'll be able to share some of that with you. And then I am away next week. Me and the boys are off to the Lake District for a week with my parents. So I might get some knitting done there. That should be a good chance to kind of get a fair bit of knitting done and things like that, because I'm away and I haven't got much else to do. So hopefully. Then we've got the week leading up to Glasgow School of Yarn, which will be absolute chaos of getting everything packed. It's still the school holidays, although the kids will be in a little bit of holiday club that second week. And I will be doing as much prep as I can, whilst also trying to get as much done towards Advents. And then the final week of October will be absolute Advent chaos. That will be getting everything ready, packed, and hopefully ready to ship by the end of October. Anyway, I am rambling. So yeah, that is that one. I have also made some progress on my Halloween socks. I have finished the leg of the first sock. So I'm using yarn from Green Lambkin Yarns in the Witchy Woo colourway, and the pattern I'm using is Just Add Magic by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. Look, my nails aren't looking too bad for once, because I haven't been dyeing yarn for a whole weekend and a few days. So that is the stitch pattern. It's really hard to see, I think, well, partly because it's a variegated yarn and partly because it's not stretched out as well, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm at the point now where I need to put the heel in, and I kind of want to find a mini. I'm going to go and have a little look through my scraps, I think, and see if I can find something that will work with this yarn. Something pink or purple. I should be able to find pink or purple. Maybe a dark grey, maybe even a green. I'll have a little look and see what I can find, because I definitely want a contrast heel. Even if I don't do a contrast toe as well, I think I definitely want a contrast heel. Okay, terrible lighting, but decisions to make. I found some minis. So we have black, obviously, which would be fine. I have a green, but I'm not sure it's quite right, and I think there's already too much green in there. I have a sparkly light pink, which could work quite nicely with these little pink bits in there. I'm not sure. I also have a bright pink, which... Oh, I also have a child and a cat. Hello, Bowsy.
There's one inside.
Black cats are a nightmare to get on film. Absolute nightmare to get on film. Anyway, I also have this bright pink, which I'm kind of leaning towards because I don't have to cake it up. I don't have a ball winder or a skein twister at home. I only have one at the studio. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. What are you doing? What are you doing, Bowser? So what was I saying? I've got distracted now. Yeah, I don't have a skein twister or a swift. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't have a swift or a ball winder at home. So I would have to do these by hand if I wanted to start now, whereas I could actually just start with this one straight away. So yeah, I might be lazy and I might go with that one.
The pink and the red look nice.
Yeah, the rest of them aren't sparkle. This is the only one that's sparkle, and the sock is sparkle. So that's kind of why other leaning towards this one slightly.
That one would look good, but so would that one as well.
Yeah?
That
What about this one?
no. I think this is more like that, but to make that look good, you'd have to mix in with a bit of that, I think.
Arthur makes it complicated. I think I am going to go for this one with a bright pink heel. I think that'll be nice because there's not too much pink in there, so it will just bring out those little pops of pink. And I can be lazy then and not need to cake any minis. I have a house filled with too many children now. It is parents' evening. Well, it's the second parents' evening. They split ours. So it was Thursday last week. We had our parents' evening, and Tuesday this week, next door are doing their parents' evening. Same school, they just do it over 2 days. I assume it's the same in most places to give parents a chance to pick a day that suits. I don't know. But we have an ongoing system with our next door neighbours, where we have each other's kids for parents' evening, which means that both parents get to attend parents' evening rather than one parent having to stay home to look after the kids, which means I currently have my 2 boys plus next door's 8-year-old and 3 nearly 4-year-old, and I'm doing them dinner. So dinner's in the oven. We're going simple. It's just chicken nuggets and fish fingers and stuff like that. I also have a cat meowing behind me. So yeah, we had our parents' evening last week though. Oi, stop fighting. We had our parents' evening last week. It went well, as good as parents' evening can go. Arthur, for those that don't know, is dyslexic, and it's only in the last couple of years that we've really had support for that. We had a bit of an unfortunate year when he was in primary 5, so he's in primary 7 now, which is the last year of primary school. So primary 5, we had a bit of an unfortunate year. At the end of primary 4, his teacher suggested the possibility that he might be dyslexic, but his primary 5 teacher, who is now retired, was very dismissive of the whole thing, to the point where I actually got to the stage where I was just like, right, okay, fine, we'll leave it until primary 6 and see what happens. And then his primary 6 teacher was like, yeah, he's dyslexic, I completely see that, and we finally got support. His teacher this year, absolutely fantastic, and he's going to be getting enhanced transition to secondary school, high school, as we call it here in Scotland, which he starts next year. So his high school is brilliant. So our school is a feeder, so it goes straight into the high school that he will be going to. We could apply to different ones if we wanted to and things like that, but to be honest, the one he'll be going to is one of the kind of top schools in the area anyway, so we're quite happy with that. And it means that all of the transition stuff is automatically done, which is brilliant. So his teacher was saying that they are already asking for the names and information of children that will be doing enhanced transition. So they do an enhanced transition for any kids who have behavioural issues, any form of kind of neurodivergence, including dyslexia in this case. And it just means that he starts going up for kind of half days earlier. So from early November, he'll start doing a few half days up at the high school. I'm sorry if you can hear rustling. The cats are causing all kinds of chaos with a plastic bag. Not dangerous chaos. I'm keeping an eye on them. It's fine. So yeah, he starts doing some enhanced days from early November, which is brilliant. It will be things like, I think, they have a support for learning team up there, so he'll get to meet them. And I think the idea behind him getting an enhanced transition is that he'll get to meet kind of the team that would be responsible for giving him extra support with his dyslexia and things like that. I'm really happy that he's going to go for an enhanced transition, because I figure all the more support the better. So yeah, that's that one. And then Jasper's was brilliant. He was doing really well, although she is a little bit concerned about his writing, which rings a lot of bells considering Arthur's primary 4. So yeah, we'll see how it go. I did mention that his brother is dyslexic, and the teacher kind of went, I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's something to keep an eye on then. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so far, it's all good. It's all fine. Anyway, I've rambled now about parents' evening. I obviously just needed to get that off my chest. I had some book mail, and that's why we're in here, because I thought I'd show it to you. I pre-ordered a book that I had seen online. So I pre-ordered this book, The Best Hex Ever by Nadia El-Fassi. The reason I pre-ordered this, partly, is also because Nadia El-Fassi, again, was one of the people, she was actually what's the word? Oh, I don't know if she was. I was about to say she was like the person running the panel, but I don't think she was actually. She was on the panel on cozy sci-fi and fantasy that I went to at Worldcon. And she is also she's an editor for Orbit. Oh, I've got that wrong, I'm sure. Is it Orbit Books? I feel like I need to look this up now. I need to look her up. She is an editor for, where is it? She is the commissioning, she's the commissioning editor for Orbit Books, as well as an author herself. And she was fascinating at the panel I went to. She was really, really interesting. I really loved what she had to say about the idea behind cozy fantasy and like where she thinks it's going to be going within publishing and all of that kind of thing. It was really interesting. So when I saw that she had a new book coming out and it was a romantic fantasy, a fantasy romance, we'll do that the other way around. It was a fantasy romance with lots of witchy elements. I couldn't resist. So I pre-ordered this one. Again, I did get the Waterstones exclusive edition. I keep saying again, it's because I recorded my book video today, so I feel like I've been talking about books a lot, and I talked about another Waterstones exclusive edition that I was showing. That one. That was the other one I was showing. So I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm not repeating myself to this vlog, so it's just one of those things. Anyway, I did get the Waterstones exclusive edition, but to be fair, it was only £17, so it wasn't any more expensive really than a hardback was. It just has purple edges, and I don't know if the cover is, if the end pages are quite simple, but they're pretty. I don't know if the cover is different, but the cover to just the plain hardback is beautiful. It is absolutely lovely. So yeah, it is a fantasy romance of a witch who is cursed, that anyone who gets too close to her gets hurt, basically. And she then falls in love with somebody and she's desperate to break the curse before they get hurt. So yeah, we'll give that one a go. Anyway, I'm going to run away now because, as I said, I have too many children and their dinner is nearly ready. So I will see you again at some point this week. Hello everyone. I am back in the studio today. It is Wednesday. I am packing up the last of the mini club orders, which are a little bit late out because of just how busy I've been and Arthur being ill as well, losing a day of work and all of that kind of thing. So hopefully they will all be done today. I do have to leave a little bit early today because I am going into Jasper's class. It was like National Mathematics Week or something last week, and the teacher put out a request for parents who'd be willing to come in and talk to the class about how they use maths in their job. And I volunteered because I'm a sucker for volunteering for stuff for the school. So I am going into his class this afternoon, just right at the end of the day, so I've got to be there for like 20 to 3, something like that, to talk about how I use maths in my job. So I need to have a quick think about that really. I've got a few ideas and it's just going to be winged, really. I am going to completely wing it with a whole group of 7 and 8 year olds. So my plan is to talk about measurements basically, and how I have to use measurements to measure my dyes. I'm going to take some little syringes. I'm going to be purple apparently. I'm going to take some little syringes and some measuring cups and things like that. I'm going to take some yarn. I'm also going to talk about measurements in terms of helping my customers know how much yarn they need for their projects. So I'm going to take in one of my gnomes, because they generally use 3 mini skeins, and that's simple maths. I can make it really simple for the kids, even if it's not quite accurate, but you know, like I'm not going to say how much do we need if they need 85 meters, but I'll be like, we know that they need 60 grams to make a mini and to make a gnome, and each of these minis is 20 grams. So how many minis do you think they need to make a gnome? Like that kind of thing, basically. And I'll talk about how we measure yarn in meters, but we also measure it in grams. I think that's the kind of thing I'm going to do, basically. Measurements I think. There's loads I could talk about because obviously it's like working out profit margins and all of that kind of thing. Also stock levels and how much yarn I need to dye. And when I do yarn orders, you know, working out what yarn I've already got, what yarn I need. And there's lots of maths involved. So yeah, I don't really know. I'm going to wing it. I'm going to take some gnomes because they're cute. I'm going to take some mini skeins because I can pass them out and the kids can have a squish and a feel of them. I'm going to take some measuring cups and stuff like that to kind of give demonstrations of the different ways I measure. I'm going to take my scales as well to show how I measure small amounts of dye. I might take a little sample. Well, I'll take an empty pot of dye and a jar of like liquid dye to show the difference with the powders and things like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. You will have seen some dyeing, a little bit of dyeing today. I'm in a bit of a rushed mood, so I feel like I've not really got time to sit and talk to the camera and share too much behind the scenes today. So there'll be a few shots of what I'm dyeing for Glasgow. It's a lot of mishmash because I'm taking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I'm taking Wind in the Willows, I'm taking Peter Pan, and then a few other bits and pieces. I think they're the main ones that are going to be on the bookshelves. So I'm just kind of topping up what I already have from those collections, basically. So I'm dyeing kind of odd pans of this and that. I will be dyeing more tomorrow, and I will get a lot more footage of the dyeing and stuff tomorrow because hopefully all of these mini clubs will have gone out, so it will be less stressful. And tomorrow I will just be kind of scanning some Advent minis while I'm dyeing. That's the plan anyway. And then Friday I am back to mystery dyeing, I believe, so I won't be able to share that with you. But I do have something when I get home from work tonight with the kids and we're back from school. I was very kindly gifted a set of pens from a business called Two Hands, who are trying to kind of build up their presence in the UK, and they reached out to me and they asked if I would be interested in trying some of these pens, and they'd send me some as long as I kind of showed them on a video, basically. They've also given me, I think, a discount code and a link. I need to double check the email. If there is a discount code, I will pop it underneath and I will link to them underneath the video. You may have seen actually that Ali of Little Drops of Wonderful, or This Little Wonderful Life even, did a very similar thing recently because she was also sent some pens by them as well. And this is the first time a company has reached out to me and said, would you like to show off our product? So I'm quite excited by it. Interestingly, I didn't realise until after the pens had arrived and I was making notes in my little book about Vlogtober and like what I wanted to show on Vlogtober, and I was sort of adding it into, we need to do this. And I realised that one of the fine liners that I was using was one of their pens already. So I already have some of their pens, which I have purchased and enjoyed in the past. So that is quite good. Anyway, we have got some acrylic paint markers. We picked up a few stones and things like that from the beach the other day, and we are going to paint some stones when I get home from school today with the boys. So that should be good fun. Anyway, I really, really, really need to get on with packing orders. Because otherwise I'm going to run out of time. I may also have some more book mail to show because there were 2 books that I pre-ordered that have both been published this week. I shared Best Hex, was it Best Hex Ever? Yesterday with you, and the other one I just got a notification today to say it should be delivered today, so I might share that with you later as well.
Edit.
Okay, we are home from school a little bit early actually. The boys finish at 1:15 and it is now 17 minutes past. But because I was in Jasper's class doing their talk, they let me take, well, she let me take Jasper home early, and then I mentioned by reception, oh, okay, we'll just go and wait for Arthur now. And the reception went, oh, don't be silly, we'll go and get him from class and he can go home early too. So you both got home early, didn't you?
Yes.
Was the talk good?
Yes.
Was I all right?
Yes.
Did I do all right?
Yes.
I think the kids enjoyed it. They enjoyed the gnomes and all the knitwear that they got to hold and squish. So
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I was busy learning about maths.
I was talking about maths, so it balances out.
I was learning about protractor.
Anyway, now we're home. Can we stop bouncing the table quite so much? Oh, the doorbell's ringing. Can you go and answer that? I think that might be my book delivery. Anyway, so as I said earlier, I was very kindly sent some pens by the company Two Hands. I will try and get them so you can actually see them, in exchange for my kind of honest review of them and to kind of promote them, I guess, on my YouTube channel. It's the first time I've had this happen, and I'm really excited. So these are the ones we got. We got liquid acrylic markers, which are perfect for painting some rocks. So that is what we're going to do. We will let you know how we find them once we've done them. But I also wanted to mention, as I said, I realised that when I was kind of writing my notes about the acrylic markers and putting them in my notebook and stuff, I realised I already had pens from Two Hands, the company. So I already have these. I don't know if it'll focus. These are the kind of, Two Hands fine liners. I've got them in a whole host of colours. This is just a small selection of them. And I've been loving these. I use them in all of my journaling kind of stuff, my book journal and my knitting journal and things like that. I am a sucker for stationery. I love a coloured pen. I love making things look pretty when I'm writing. So I've absolutely loved these. And I've had these for, I don't know, 4 months, maybe 3 months, something like that. I can't remember. Well, I've had them for a fair while and I've really enjoyed them. So there's one review before I even had been contacted by the company.
It's one reason why you should buy these. They have a coffee colour.
They have a coffee colour, yeah. So, yeah, there's the different colours that we've got in the pack. And what have we got? We've got yellow, orange, rose red, red, emerald green, green, sky blue, royal blue, coffee, lilac purple, white and black.
Rose red is pink and coffee brown.
Yeah, basically.
Just to let you know.
Just nice names for them, I guess. So, we're going to paint some rocks. What are you going to paint on your rock?
I'm going to paint a donut.
You're going to paint a donut. Okay, that sounds good. Jasper, what about you?
I'm going to paint a donut with a cat behind it.
You've copied your brother.
You copy me!
I don't know what I'm going to paint. We'll see how we get on. Could you ask Jasper, can you get some kitchen roll? Because I suspect we need to... Oh no, look, they look like they're ready to go actually. I thought we might need to prep them first. So, I don't know. I'm going to do little ladybird, I think. Do you need to prep them? Oh no, look, they go straight, ready to go as well.
Wow.
So, what do we think? I kept mine really simple because I'm not the most artistic, but I made a ladybird. Look, actually I need to do... Oh no, I need the black. Can I have the black? Who's got the black? Jasper. I need the black, just 2 seconds. 1, 2, there we go. Now it's a ladybird. Now it's got proper eyes. I forgot to finish my pupils on my eyes. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. And do you know what? Pleasantly surprised. Well, not surprised because I know that the fine liners were really, really good. So I don't mean that at all. I am very pleased with the pens. One of the things I really like is we've got, and again, I know these are acrylic paint markers. I've not used many paint markers before, but most of the ones I have used, you've needed to really prep them. A bit like we've got some chalk markers. Like these ones that we use quite often on our chalkboard, and you have to like prep them massively to get them to work, and you didn't need to do that at all with these. They are ready to go as soon as you open them, which is really good. And yeah, the boys seem to be really enjoying it. Arthur is getting on with his donut. We will share it once he has finished it. Oh, did you start with the bottom?
Yeah, I did.
Ah, and you're now doing the top. I see. You might want to pop it on some kitchen roll maybe when you turn it over. Yeah. So yeah, really pleased with them. We will show you our creations.
I made a hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. That's really cool. How did you find the pens?
Really good.
Yeah? Would you use them again to do the rock painting?
Yeah.
Do you want to do another rock?
Yeah.
Go on then.
This is my donut, and it has, I put sprinkles on it. Around the hole here, as you can see, it has a, I don't know if you can actually see, but it has a chocolate dip with a, and around the hole, and on the sides here, it also has a chocolate dip.
And you've done the bottom as well, haven't you?
At the bottom.
Yeah.
But like orange.
It's really good. And the pens worked really well on top of each other as well, didn't they?
I used every colour.
That's a true test, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's determined that we're going to get more sponsorships and get more things, aren't you? You're enjoying this. You're quite excited by
I
this.
tested every colour. I used the pink, the
Wait,
coffee, the orange. I also used the black.
You didn't use the white.
Oh yeah.
He didn't use every colour. He lied. Just a bit of a highlight on the bottom.
Bit of a highlight.
Oh, the cat is on the box that the camera is now resting on.
See, now I did use every colour.
There we go. A little highlight. That looks really good, actually. The highlight really
That
works.
actually makes it look way better, yeah.
It does. It looks really good.
Yeah, so use the discount code.
So yeah, there should be a discount code underneath the video, as well as a link to Two Hands' Amazon storefront, I think.
Description.
Yes, link in the description. He's on it. They're YouTube kids. They watch far too much YouTube. So yeah, and thank you very much to Two Hands for sending these to us, because we are going to have hours of entertainment painting little things and decorating stones.
That
And
company also, by the way, is not the only company of two hands. I also have two hands. and so do you, hopefully.
I do have two hands. Yeah.
I'm probably the person watching this, and probably whoever you...
Most people have two hands, but not
most
everyone.
people.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to carry on painting, I think.
I drew an avocado, and a half avocado, half skeleton avocado. He's angry, as you can see from his eyebrows.
Right, everyone has finished with their painting, but we had lots of fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I will just mention again, the pens are these ones here that we were sent, Two Hands liquid acrylic markers. There is a link underneath the video that will take you directly to this product on their Amazon storefront. They're like £9 for the set, so I really don't think that's too bad at all. Yeah, I'd also highly recommend the fine liners, because I've been using them for ages. I will put the discount code. I'm not 100% sure how much of a discount it is, because I haven't tried it, but there is a discount code for anyone that does decide to purchase them. I will pop it on the screen right here. I will also put it next to the link underneath the video as well, so that you can find it. So thank you very much, Two Hands, for giving us these to try. We have had so much fun, and we will get even more fun out of them. Anyway, I have also got some book mail that has arrived. I did say I was expecting another Waterstones pre-order today, so I will open this one with you on camera, and I won't because it didn't pull properly. There we go, and we can open this one together. Ooh, look. So this is A Pirate's Life for Tea, which is the second in the series of the Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. It released, I thought it was releasing on the 3rd of October, which is technically tomorrow, but maybe it was earlier than that, or maybe I've just got it early, I don't know. But yeah, we have A Pirate's Life for Tea. It is the Waterstones signed exclusive edition. So I have got a signature in the end pages there. Is that what they've done? Because it was that's different to the last one. What else have we got? So the covers look just a blue cover, but it's got very pretty. One of the things I love with these covers is that they have the numbers on the end, on the side. Hang on a sec. Look, It's got the numbers, so you know that this is the second book in the series. That is just something I love. So anyway, bright blue, pirates. So yeah, if you haven't heard me talk about Can't Spell Treason Without Tea, it is a queer, cosy fantasy following a mage and her girlfriend who was a Queen's Guard and quit being a Queen's Guard, and they went and they opened a tea and bookshop in the middle of nowhere. And then this one carries on, and I don't actually know what happens, but yeah, they'll face low shenanigans and high tides. Chianthe and Rhaena are desperately hunting for dragon eggs to save their hometown. Unfortunately, in order to secure their prize, they must strike a deal with a local lord. The mission? To capture Serena, a notorious river pirate and scourge of the lord's supply chain. Can't read today. Begrudgingly, the couple join forces with Bobby, one of the Lord's constables. She is determined to capture the troublesome pirate, but lawmaker and lawbreaker have a complicated history, and it could jeopardise everything. As Chianthe and Rhaena watch this relationship wreck from afar, it quickly becomes apparent that the pair need all the help they can get. Luckily, matchmaking is Rhaena's favourite pastime. The dragon's eggs may have to wait. Take a break with this gloriously cosy, sapphic fantasy rife with mischief and seeped in fun. A cosy fantasy packed with plunder. So they're cosy fantasies. There is an element of sapphic romance, but they are not spicy in any way. There is no spice at all. Although, having said that, the author did put something on her Instagram the other day talking about this one, and she said there is an exclusive chapter at the back. Hang on, let me see if I can find the back. There is an exclusive, yes, here we go. There is an exclusive one-shot at the back that is spicy. And it has a note which is really good. It says, this is a spicy one-shot not suitable for underage readers. It has no bearing on future books or their plot. It's just a fun time. So her general prose and the general plot of the books has no spice at all. I mean, I don't mind a bit of spice. I quite like a bit of spice in my books, but I know some people don't, and that can put people off reading romance. But this is very much no spice in the main part of the story. And I quite like that although she's included a spicy scene, she's done it separately, and it's very much a you can leave it or not. Basically, it's up to you. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one, and I, as I said in my book video, which you might have seen by now, I don't know, I've not edited it yet. I want to get to this one really quickly. I don't want to leave it ages, because having read I Can't Spell Treason Without Tea in September. I finished it at the beginning of September. I read it in August and September. I kind of just want to get to this one and carry on with the series as quickly as I can. And you can't go wrong with pirates, can you? Right, I will be back tomorrow with a bit more dyeing. I will try and get a bit more footage of the dyeing and share a little bit more. I'm actually dyeing the Glasgow exclusive colourway tomorrow, so I will share that because that might be quite fun. I've got some slightly different bases that I'm experimenting with, so we will talk about that tomorrow, I think. Is Thursday, and I am dyeing yarn, as I'm sure you will have seen already if I've put footage of yarn dyeing before this little chatty bit. I won't know until I edit. But one of the fun things that I'm dyeing today is I am dyeing up my Glasgow exclusive colourway. I tend to do one each year because they do ask if you'll be doing an exclusive, and it's quite good fun. And this year I decided to have real fun with it and try out some new bases, because I've had a really busy few months. It's been a really stressful few months, lots going on, and I just wanted to have some fun basically. So I picked up some really fun new bases. So I have got some neon nep bases. So as you can see, it has got, this is a 4-ply version. I've also got it in DK, and it's got little neon neps in. And the neon neps are made in a material, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like they are cotton neps, but I'm not 100% sure. It literally just says neon neps. I don't actually know. Maybe I should have done a bit more research. I don't know. They just looked fun. But they're made in a material that won't take the dyes that I use for the wool. So I can dye it whatever colour I want, and the neon neps will still be there, and they won't change colour, and they will be little pops of neon. So this got me thinking that I wanted to do something that was kind of inspired by nighttime. I don't know whether I'm going to call it city nights or something like that. So it's inspired by kind of dark nighttime skies, a little bit by some of the aurora borealis kind of things we've been able to see in Scotland this year, and things like that. But then because it's the city, those pops of neon lights in there as well. I just thought that would be really, really fun. But I wanted to make a colourway that will work on more than just the neon base. So it's not just going to be like a navy with the neon neps. So I'm going to do something that's really tonal and has got some speckles in there and things as well, so that it'll work on more than just the neon neps. But yeah, I've got the neon neps in 4-ply. I've also got the neon neps in a DK. So they are it's an 85% merino with 15% of the neps in there as well. So that's the DK. And then I also picked up, because it just looked so fun to dye, I also picked up some boucle, and I got a 4-ply boucle. So this is a fine 4-ply boucle yarn, which looks like this. So it is a really, really textured yarn, if you can see, and I suspect it's going to take colour beautifully. But yeah, I thought I would do something a little bit more fun. So I'm going to do it on those 3 bases. I'm also just going to do it on a normal sparkle base, because I think that would be really nice too. And it gives the less adventurous among us, which is usually me at a yarn show to be fair, it gives the less adventurous among us an option as well, basically. So yeah, I'm really excited. I will film me dyeing up, I'll film me dyeing up the one with the neon neps and put it in real time, so it'll be a little bit slow to kind of watch through, but I thought it would be really interesting to kind of see how the dye takes without hitting the neon and things like that. And then I'll also do a kind of sped up version of me dyeing the boucle as well, so you can kind of see the difference, because I think that would be fun to kind of get a bit of a feel for the difference. So yeah, that is that. What else am I doing? I'm going to go and do some skeins. That's what I'm hoping to do. All of the clubs have finally shipped this morning. So I have got no kind of active orders that need to go out right this minute, which is a really nice feeling, because it's felt a little bit like that's been hanging over me the last week or so. So I'm back now to a bit more of breathing room, because that is done. So while I am dyeing this yarn, I can get some other stuff done. So yeah, I think I'm going to go and try and crack on with a bit of advent skeining. I'm nearly there. I've only got 4 days left of the minis to do, and then I need to start on skeining the sock sets. I've dyed up two days of the weekly sock sets, well, 2 weeks, I guess, of the weekly sock sets. And I'm hoping to start dyeing up some of the others. I'm going to do a test run of each. So what have I got left out to dye advent-wise? I've got week 2 of the weekly advent, and I've got week 4 of the weekly advent to dye. And I've also got to dye the main 100 gram skein for the mini skein advent as well. Let's state my fingers. So I'm going to dye up a test run of each of those tomorrow, so that I've just got a recipe sorted. Because I think that will help me relax a little bit about it all, because then when I come to actually batch dye them all, it's a lot easier, because I don't have to think about anything. I just follow the recipe. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I've also got some other bits and pieces to dye tomorrow, but I will tell you about those tomorrow. And for now, I will leave you with dyeing up the Glasgow School of Yarn colourway on some interesting bases. We are going to do a quick wrap up of this week's vlog. This is about my 4th time of attempting to record this because it keeps going wrong. But it is about 4:30. I do have children in the studio. We are just trying to get the last bits and pieces finished before we go away tomorrow, basically. We're going to be leaving quite early tomorrow morning. I don't quite know when the next vlog's going to start. We are going to the Lake District with my parents, but my sister and her fiance are also joining us for Saturday and Sunday. So I don't quite know when I'll pick up the camera for the first time. It may be that I don't do that until kind of Sunday evening or even possibly Monday morning, but we will see. We have lots of fun stuff planned for the Lake District though. I wanted to wrap this vlog up quickly by showing you the Glasgow exclusive yarns. They are still slightly damp, so I will need to unskein them and put them back on the airer before I go, but here they are.
That's so pretty.
It is, isn't it? Can you see this one's got the neon neps?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? So this is the one with the neon neps in, and how it's come out. It is a lot more tonal than I think it's going to show on the camera, but I'm really, really pleased with it.
You'll be able to see it if you buy it in person.
That is true, you'll be able to see it if you buy it in person. Here it is on the sparkle. There we go. Again, lovely and tonal on the sparkle. And then I absolutely love it on the boucle. Look at this. Oh, there's children's faces in the background. There we go. It's focusing. No, it's focusing on your faces and not on the yarn. There we go. I absolutely love it on the boucle. Yeah, this was so much fun to dye. I think I may be doing more of this in the future. So yeah, you can in a second. So that is all 3 of the bases, well 4 actually, because I've got a DK version of the neon nep as well, but because it's slightly thicker it definitely wasn't dry to be able to show you. So that is all 4 of the colours of the exclusive Glasgow yarn. So yeah, I'm really pleased how that came out. Right, shall we say goodbye to everyone and say we will see you in the Lake District next week. Bye!
But you've not given me a chance to feel it.
You could feel... Don't work with animals and children, they say, don't they? We will see you in the Lake District next week.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next
Bye!
week. Hopefully.